you know, I'm sure somebody's saying, well, duh, of course those stairs will get treacherous, but what happens to you is and I know this from experience, is you kind of get used to it. You kind of walk around for a day or so in the snow and it's the winter wonderland, and then all of a sudden you hit that same set of stairs and you're flying backwards. So
not good.
Be careful out there.
Well, in Madeline's live shot, we could see that the snow has pretty much stopped there in Long Beach. We saw that a little bit earlier with Rob Masson in Mandeville. So let's see if that's the situation in the Marigny tonight with Chris Welty. How's it looking, Chris?
Hey, Megan, John, we are still getting a few snowflakes here in the Marigny, but the snowfall is beginning to taper off. But a lot of people, they are still out here trying to make their snowmen. We have a really great one over here in the flower pot by the hotel. We're staying at the Hotel Peter and Paul, and it's just really a picturesque scene right here. This is the driveway for the hotel where people stop, drop off their luggage, check in, and then they head to the back to park. And we do have a few law enforcement officers out here that are also staying in the hotel. They are working 12-hour shifts, so they're getting some much needed rest. But once this officer comes back to their NOPD cruiser, it will take a little bit of time to clear all of that snow that packed onto that cruiser. To clear that off, that police unit came here, I guess, between 7 and 8 o'clock this morning. We saw that officer back in, so that officer likely will be back on the clock at 7 o'clock tonight. But I want to show you this other snowman over here. Of course, the employees, everyone's getting creative, using what they can. They put a shower cap on this snowman, and they used straws for the eyes. No nose on this snowman, or smile, or buttons, but I've never seen a snowman with a shower cap on, so that was pretty creative. Now, earlier this afternoon, we saw multiple people also coming to check into the hotel, people that live in this neighborhood that say the heating in their home wasn't sufficient, so they decided to just come check into the hotel, and they are hoping that they'll have a nice warm stay. And one person was being dropped off by a black SUV, and when that SUV was pulling out of the driveway, they actually got stuck. And it's really hard to tell where the driveway truly is and where that drop off is, but you can just see how much snow is still packed into this area. And earlier this afternoon, we also saw multiple law enforcement and fire trucks passing on Burgundy, and they created those tire tracks, making it a little bit easier to traverse. But with the snowfall still coming down and drifts, those tracks are beginning to be covered. And Whitney, if we take a look down the road, you can see there's people still walking their dogs and actually just getting out. I know people are probably a little stir crazy, but more than likely they will be cooped up in their homes or their neighborhoods for at least another day, maybe 2 more days, as we continue to deal with this. Now, earlier today, we attempted to make a snowman on the hood of our news unit. This is our car parked over here, and with the amount of accumulation, you can't even tell really where our snowman truly is, except for by the branch that is sticking out. I attempted to make an arm right there, and somebody put a twig for a nose, but it just looks like one big blob just because of all of this accumulation that is on our car right now. It's just unreal how much snow fell across the city. But one thing that I have noticed, as we're getting closer to dinner time, we can smell food in the air. People are cooking, and they are also, some that are out and about, they are hoping that they can find an open restaurant. We know on Elysian Fields there is a bar open that people have been going to since very early this morning to get a drink and hopefully warm up a little bit. But really the only restaurant that's truly open in the area is the hotel restaurant, the Elysian Bar. So the hotel is actually seeing a little bit of a boom of business as people are hoping to get a hot meal tonight. But look, we have a gentleman walking right now. Hey, we're on live TV. What's your name, sir?
My name's Al.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Al, where are you from?
I live over there, but I'm from London originally.
From London.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think of the snow here in South Louisiana?
It's tiny. I don't know what all the fuss people are making about it. It's hardly even anything on the ground. No, it's amazing. It's amazing. Everyone's having a lot of fun. The kids are off school. Lots of excitement all around.
Did you ever imagine you would see something like this in New Orleans?
No, did you?
No, but I do remember I was probably a freshman in high school. I do remember the Christmas snow of 2004. It wasn't anything like this, but I got excited thinking, "Oh man, this is great."
Yeah, sort of my youngest, who's 8, has been going on all week about the percentage chance of snow happening, and every morning he kind of gets up and says it's going to be 20%, it's going to be 40%. And I'm like, it's never going to snow in New Orleans. Sure enough, here we are.
Eating those words a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, I do look a little bit foolish. Fair to
Well,
say.
well, look, stay warm, stay safe, and
All
thank
right.
you so much for chatting with
No worries.
us.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. So, as we can see, there's just people out and about having fun, enjoying themselves. But also, occasionally, when we do get a gust of wind, the snow that has accumulated along the rooftops, that begins falling, and as you can see, that's probably going to freeze overnight, and it's going to be quite a problem when that does fall down. So people are going to really have to watch walking along roof lines, and occasionally the snow is also the snow that is weighting down branches. Occasionally we see it sort of wave and flap a little bit, just the snow too heavy to sustain on those branches, but really it's just such a sight to see. And we do know that, once again, the city has several warming shelters open for anyone that needs it. And New Orleans EMS, they did tell me earlier this afternoon that if you do need a ride to one of those shelters, they ask that you call 311, and they'll actually bring an ambulance to you, or medics SUV, to be able to get you to one of those warming shelters. Reporting live in the Marigny, Chris Welty, Fox 8 Local First.
Thanks, Chris. Chris Welty with the